Several times lately, I've been in conversations with people and I get this whole, I love homeschooling, but I hate teaching, sort of fill in the blank. Or the other way around of like, when it comes to, let's say, math, I just don't feel confident, like in teaching, like, what do I do? You know what? I get it. I have those experiences myself. There are subjects that I love to teach. And then there are those that I either really don't feel like the best in, or I really just don't like. I think we all have that. It's okay. Nobody is asking us to know everything and to love everything. It's just not possible. It's not feasible. But I want to look at this. Like, what do we do when we have to teach a subject that we hate or a subject that we feel like that we just suck in? Hi, and welcome to Learning Life. I am so glad that you are here with me today, as hopefully I can just help bring some ideas for you, like to look at this whole subjects that we just hate or just don't feel like that we're good at, okay? Because it is totally okay with that. Because I know we do, as homeschoolers, sometimes get worried that, we can't teach all the subjects. I know that I can't, and I do have 2 teaching degrees, and I've been in the classroom, and I've been all of that, and yet I don't feel confident in everything. I just don't feel like that I can bring my A game, like with everything, because it's just not feasible. It's not who I am, and so it's okay to feel like that. It really is, and I thank you so much for just coming to this video today and just thinking maybe there is something there that will help me. I really do hope that it is. This is why I bring these videos, because I want to help you. I want us to feel better on this. These are things that I've been learning and I want to share them with you. And so I thank you for your likes and your subscribes and comments and your sharing with friends. And before I continue, though, I want to say stick around to the end because I want to announce the winner of the National Parks Pass. So, what do we do when we hate something? Oh, we're not good at it. Okay, look, let me just say, from the time I originally learned subjects, to then I got to teachers college, and even now, there are changes in how we do it. And let me ask you a question. Do you remember everything that you've ever learned? You don't. Okay. Really, we just remember the things that we're very interested in, or we have repeated so much that they become a core foundational memory for us. So we don't remember everything. So it's okay to look at your child's schoolwork and go, I really don't think I know how to do it. Did I learn that? There's every possibility that you didn't learn that. I can tell you nothing about logarithms now. I remember learning them once. Most of the stuff in science, I just let that go. I wasn't really all that interested in it. And so, when we can come into this in homeschooling going, oh, I don't need to know everything and I don't need to love everything, that's great. Now, my girls think that I do know everything. And I don't. I just love to research. But you know what? Here, that's a defining thing, and looking at what can we do to make it a better experience for us too. With younger children. Okay, this I think is an age group that is easy to feel more confident in. Oh, I can teach letters, I can teach colors, I can build it up. This is not too hard. And so we do feel better a lot about the elementary sort of subjects that we're in. But even though we might feel more confident with it, we still might have subjects that we just don't like teaching. And that is it's okay. All right, but let's start looking at if we're not feeling confident, I would say go over the lessons the night before. Look at it and be okay, yeah, I got this. I think I can teach it. Sometimes we do need that preparation ourselves in making sure that we are teaching it the right way. But it is also totally okay to say to your children, I don't know. Let's learn this together. I said, my girls think I know everything, and I keep telling them I don't know everything, but I know where to go and find that information. Or you ask me a question, I'm not sure. We either learn it together or I go and find that information and I bring it back to them. Okay, totally okay to be saying, I don't know. I think really we do our children a disservice if we do pretend that we know everything. They think that we do, but, let's not put that out there. Let's just say we can learn this together. Another great thing is, and especially for younger kids, and they love it, is when you ask them to teach you. Let's just say again, it's math, for example, and you can just say, I'm not really sure I know how to do that. Could you teach me? Could you show me how to do that? This is a great technique because you then get to see if they are understanding the steps. It also helps you to see if you're understanding the steps, but they love that. It's oh, I got to teach mom or dad something. And you watch these little budding teachers come up, but it's such a great tool. Also, don't forget, there are online classes that your children can do. There are other, community classes or homeschooling groups that can help to cover these subjects. For example, when it comes to art, I can teach art history. I love teaching about the artists. I love teaching about that time period. I can tell you about technique. Can I do it? I am not the artist in my family. My mother, my older brother, they are great artists. Not me. But I can teach parts of it, and I can say to the girls, let's learn that together. And we'll go online and we'll find something that shows how to do the technique, and we'll all do it together. So on that hand, that is great. It's not a subject that I hate. It's just one that I'm I don't feel so confident in. But you know what? I know that we will get to subjects that I really just don't like, and I might have to suck up and teach them, or find some fun ways to teach them, or I can do online classes to really just help my children. For older children, this is where we might need to put in a little bit more effort, especially in learning something to make sure that they understand. I was a learning coach for a number of years, especially for teenagers who had learning difficulties. And there'd be times they'd come and they're like, so we're learning this. Can you show me? I'd be like, so very grateful for online resources. And I will come to those in a moment. You know what? I had to go and learn how to do a number of things. And I'm like, did I ever learn this? Some of them I didn't. When I was teaching 6th grade and I had to teach diagramming sentences, I really had to learn how to diagram sentences in order to teach. I had to put in that effort. Sometimes we just have to do that. But you know what? We can also pool our resources with others. You could find a group of other families, you love teaching creative writing and essay writing. They really love science. And so you all get together. You do a class on creative writing. She does one on science. This is perfect. Pull those resources, draw in from the things that others like to do or are good at doing. We can also use tutors, okay? We know that tutors are very, very helpful. And if it's a subject that you don't feel confident in or that you can bring an A or even a B game in, then use a tutor. I'm not saying every day, but once a week to just really sit down and make sure that your child is understanding. Draw on those resources because they are very good at what they do and they can just help to ease some of that stress. And then I think one of the best things is making sure that our child knows how to learn, okay? Too often we can rely on, and we've seen that through school systems, we learn this, we move it, we've got worksheets, we do this, but that's not the hows. Do they know where to find good resources? Do they know how to research something? Do they know how to take those ideas and put them in their own words? Especially for our older kids, these are vital tools that they really need. So let's make sure that they know how to learn in order that they can be successful in their learning. Websites or online programs. This is such a great generation. I think that it helps us, for homeschoolers, that there are so many great online resources to help us. At the beginning of my teaching days, we were in there in the library. And again, libraries are wonderful resources. They're so full of rich material that are going to help us. But sometimes, it's 11 o'clock at night and we don't have time to run to the library because it's closed. But we can get out our computer and we can learn what it is that we need to learn. YouTube is full of great tutorials. Make the most of those. Of just looking and going, okay, I need to teach times tables. How do I do this? Or I need to teach long division. How do I do this? It's there. Okay. And other things, they cover so many different subjects. Make the most of it. Now, on my website, LearningThis.Life, I will put a list of some of the resources that I really like to use and have used, and that are going to be helpful. I really think for learning, especially when it comes to math, older kids, that is definitely not like my strength. Khan Academy is wonderful for that. I have spent a lot of time looking at different videos going, oh, okay, I've got it. Excellent resource. It's great for our kids as well to be able to watch these videos to reinforce the learning. OutSchool is wonderful because it has so many subjects, especially, oh, I hate this. Oh, there's probably an OutSchool class for that. So it takes off that pressure of you feeling like you've got to show enjoyment. Make the most of the other teachers who are out there. Sparketh is for art and great art classes. And YouTube has great art classes for our kids. They said, I'm not great at the technical side and of teaching that, but we can learn together by looking at these videos. Not feeling the best about creative writing or just sort of hate that writing? Try Night Zookeeper. It's a great creative writing program for our kids. There's iExcel. There is Time for Learning. We've got these resources that will hold classes that our children can learn from, or are resources for us that we can go, oh, yes, I've got it now, and I can teach it. Because remember that homeschooling is about choosing what is best for our children, okay? Maximizing their learning, maximizing their potential, and just making education meaningful. And so we can make the most of these resources around us, and we can shake off any guilt about feeling, we hate a subject and don't want to teach it, and our child will never, ever, ever get to do it because I hate it. Or for feeling I really don't feel like that I am great at this. We can do this. We can do this together. There are so many great ways. It doesn't have to bog us down, okay? We want it to be meaningful. We want it to be fun. We want it to be educational, and we've got it. And we've got great resources around us for that. Well, now I want to announce the winner of the National Parks giveaway. Super exciting to be able to give things away this year. So stay tuned for the next one as well, but let's see who won. Let's spin the wheel. And the winner of the family pass to the national parks is the Life of Murphys. Congratulations. I will be in touch with you to get you that pass. Thank you for your comments and for joining in. Thank you so much for watching today. Hey, thank you so much for being part of this Learning Life community. And I hope that you can just get out there and just have some fun, even with subjects that you don't like. Well, if you want to be part of this community and bringing out these videos, you can. You can do that as a champion, and you can check that out at patreon.com or through my website, LearningThis.Life.